Hello everybody, my name is David and this is Only My Opinion Tech. Today I would like to talk about lighting. We talked about microphones in the last video and audio, things like that for getting started on YouTube. So today I want to kind of bridge some of the language barrier. And I think that's what a lot of this is. When you're first getting started, you hear people talking about things that you don't necessarily know. It's not intuitive maybe. And soft boxes are one of those things. It has to do with your lighting, which is very important. I don't have proper lighting here. Eventually I'm going to get to that point, but right now I'm trying to focus on the basics and just try to get people up to speed with the language. Soft box, to me, first time I heard it, I'm thinking, okay, a plywood box and a cardboard box would be softer than a hard box. Plywood would be a hard box. Velvet would even be a softer box than a cardboard box, but it has nothing to do with that. It's got to do with the light. It's really not as much about the light as it is about the shadows. The size of your light source. When they say soft light, it kind of comes into your head maybe that the light's not as bright. It's not anything to do with the brightness. It has to do with the actual size of the emitter. So I'll show you what we're going to look at today. And I do have a soft box. I haven't even opened it yet. Okay, so I'm not going to dig it out, but I'll show you a couple of things you can do, cheap things you can do just to get started. So right now I'm going to show you the 3 light sources I'm going to use in this little demonstration. Hopefully this will clear some of this stuff up. Now these 3 light sources, this isn't just an LED flashlight, or as they like to call it now, a torch. And this is just an LED light bulb. There is an LED light bulb inside here. This is just an automotive clip-on light. This is what these look like. And it just clips onto a surface. I actually have another purpose for these for another video. For right now, that's what's under this piece of parchment paper, and it literally is parchment paper, and it is just on here with duct tape. Nothing fancy, but it's cheap and it gets you started. Let's go ahead and show what these different shadows do. I moved the camera to get a better angle on this. I turned those lights around facing the wall. Now that's the LED flashlight, and I'm just going to have to reach through here, but you can see how crisp that shadow is. And I'm bringing my hand all the way back over to the light, and you can even see the ring at the base of my ring finger. So that is a very, very distinct shadow, which is not good in photography. Now, I'm going to turn on the single LED light. Okay. Now, you can see the shadow, but as I start to get away from the wall, get closer to the light, you can still see that's a hand and its fingers, but it's way less distinct. Turn this one on to show you the difference. Way less distinct than the single point LED light. Now I'm going to turn the larger light covered in parchment paper, turn it on, and I have to get pretty close to the wall to have a distinctive shadow. So as I move away, now see, I'm basically halfway to the light. And here's the LED, and here's back with the homemade soft light. One last light I want to include in this is my ceiling light, and that is a 4-foot long LED specifically put up there to help soften the shadows when I'm doing a green screen in the kitchen. And we're going to do this one exactly the same way. And I've got to get my hand really close to the wall to make a shadow, and I'm halfway to the ceiling, and there's really no discernible finger movement. You can see the shadow moving, but I don't think you can make out any fingers in that. So that's what the bigger the light is, the more dispersed or softer the shadow is. Since most of us don't have our magic decoder rings anymore that we had when we were kids, that's all I'm trying to do is bridge the gap between I'm just getting started and I have absolutely no clue what these people are talking about, and the people that know a whole lot more about it than me. But without these little key phrases kind of demystified or decoded, some of this stuff doesn't make any sense. Now, I'm not going to do anything with my green screen today because if I do, the shadows are not going to work. Let me know what you want me to do in the next video. Kind of what I was thinking is maybe go over a little bit of the chroma key stuff, or as it's most commonly called, green screen. If any of you have any desire to see that, let me know in the comments. That's kind of the direction I would like to go next video, but it's really about what you need. So if you have any questions on anything I covered so far in audio or lighting, whatever, throw it in the comments, ask me a question. Go in a whole new direction if you want. I don't really care. I'm just trying to help people get started. I'm using an iPhone. For the people that don't know, I'm using an iPhone 11. I'm not using a fancy camera. I am using a wireless microphone. This is a Comica Boom X U2. Has 2 transmitters, 1 receiver. That way, if my wife is in the video, you can hear what she's saying also. I'm actually using her headset today. Anything you want to know about in terms of audio, video, microphones, I got a whole bunch of microphones. I've got a new interface coming in, a Mo2 M2 should be here. It says the 23rd, and I want to start trying to get a little deeper into audio for podcasters and such like that. So if anybody's still here, I really appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up. Share this with somebody that's trying to get started. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. If you have an interest in any of this kind of stuff, throw some questions at me and I'll do my best. I'm not an expert, but I'll do my best to get to you. So in the meantime, check out some of these other videos, and if I don't catch you in one of those, I'll try to catch you in the next one.